Hey, 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 hey. Good morning. Good morning. Um, this is the day that Yah has made. I will, and I hope you will rejoice and be glad in it. So I am on day 13 of reading through the Proverbs as we gain some wisdom for parenting through the Proverbs. Hallelujah. Let me see here. So I think 3, 2, 1, and um, again, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is the day that Yah has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. So I am Candy Kemp, mother of four, and I was truly inspired just to wake up at 7 o'clock a.m. and read the book of Proverbs, and my prayer is for all of those who join me and that you're just truly, sincerely, authentically encouraged to read the Proverbs and gain some wisdom and apply the wisdom to your life as you raise children, as you just build and grow relationships and all that good stuff. So, um, yeah, so that's it. That's all. I don't have much to say. I'm just going to get right into reading Proverbs 13 from the Message Version. I just strongly encourage you all, if you're reading through the Proverbs with me, and whether you watch this live or on a replay, that you definitely, well, let me move this over. Do that work? Probably not. Try not to get this window part. So one day I'll be a professional and I have my lighting and everything and all that good stuff perfect to perfection. So it is what it is, and glory, hallelujah. I'm grateful for this technology and to be able to just get on here and share with you all. So Proverbs 13 starts off with walk with the wise. Verse 1, intelligent children listen to their parents. Foolish children do their own thing, right? That's why I strongly encourage you. This is so good. Just to make sure that you're reading these proverbs with these children, with our children, and make sure that they know the difference between righteous living and not so righteous living, right? What we like to call wicked living, good living versus bad living, right? Because you don't want to do your own thing, right? So it's very, very important that we read these proverbs to our children as well as we read them for ourselves. So, verse 2 goes on to say, the good acquire a taste for helpful conversation. Mm, that's good. The good acquire a taste for helpful conversation. Bullies push and shove their way through life. Careful words make for a careful life. Careless talk may ruin everything. I apologize for me adjusting stuff right in the middle of the reading. So, that's even the lightness stuff. But anyway, let me carry on. Um, yesterday, I don't know what happened. I was reading Proverbs 12 and it didn't post to Facebook. So, yeah, willing, it'll work today. So, anyway, let me get back on focus. Verse 4 says, indolence wants it all and gets nothing. The energetic have something to show for their lives. A good person hates false talk. Verse 5, a good person hates false talk. A bad person wallows in gibberish. A Yah loyal life keeps you on track. Sin dumps the wicked in the ditch. A pretentious, showy life is an empty life. A plain and simple life is a full life. The rich can be sued for everything they have, but the poor are free of such threats. The lives of good people are brightly lit streets. The lives of the wicked are dark alleys. Verse 10, Arrogant know-it-all stirs up discord, but wise men and wise women listen to each other's counsel. And that is just, oh my gosh, that's so good. It's so important to listen to wise counsel. Verse 11, easy come, easy go, but steady diligence pays off. Unrelenting disappointment leaves you heartsick, but a sudden good break can turn life around. So I pray the Father for a sudden good break to turn life around. Ignore the word and suffer. Honor Yah's commands and grow rich. The teaching of the wise is a fountain of life, so no more drinking from death-tainted wells. Sound thinking makes for gracious living, but liars walk a rough road. A common sense person lives good sense. Fools litter the country with silliness. Irresponsible talk makes a real mess of things, but a reliable reporter is a healing presence. Refuse discipline and end up homeless. Embrace correction and live an honored life. Souls who follow their hearts thrive. Fools bent on evil despise matters of the soul. Become wise by walking with the wise. Hang out with fools and watch your life fall to pieces. Disaster entraps sinners, but Yah loyal people get a good life. Verse 22, a good life gets passed on to the grandchildren. Ill-gotten wealth ends up with good people. Banks foreclose on the farms of the poor, or else the poor will lose their shirts to crooked lawyers. A refusal to correct is a refusal to love. Love your children by disciplining them. An appetite for good brings much satisfaction, but the belly of the wicked always wants more. And so that concludes the reading for Proverbs 13, verses 1 through 25. Ooh, so good, so good. So a few things caught my attention. For me, reading various versions before comes to mind, like when you spare the rod, you spoil your child. So that's why it's so important to discipline our children while they're young, because when we fail to do that, when they get older, they're spoiled. And it's just that much more challenging to discipline them when they get older. But hey, keep hope alive and it's not all lost. So I want to go up and reread something, right? A common sense person lives good sense. Fools litter the country with silliness. And we see a lot of silliness in the world today. And yeah, just entertainment, almost to a point where it's just, in addition to being silly, it's just, I'll say, not righteous, right? And so a few points that I want to point out in regards to some points that we can gain or glean from as parents. Verse 24, I kind of spoke on this a little bit. Whoever spares the rod hates their children, but the one who loves their children is careful to discipline them. And being careful, we have to be intentional. And gain wisdom, sometimes we have to learn, because being raised, like, discipline can be dysfunctional, as well as sometimes the person you're disciplining just isn't learning anything from it to change their behavior. So that's why it's good to teach your children the difference between right and wrong, and talk to them about those things. So, and then also to correct promptly, right? When they're misbehavior, we don't want to, when they're misbehaving, we don't kind of want to like wait. We want to talk to them immediately, right? because consistent, loving discipline shapes character and prevents future harm. So that makes sense. If you have any questions or anything, let me know. So, just number one, I just wanted to reiterate that discipline is an act of love. Number two, just teaching the rewards of diligence, like teaching a strong work ethic, teaching them consistency by being consistent. Verse 4 says, "A sluggard's appetite is never filled, but the desires of the diligent are fully satisfied." So, just practical application is assigning responsibilities to our children, getting them to set goals, and celebrating progress to build a work ethic, but not only to build a work ethic, just to compliment them on a daily basis, to let them know that they're doing a good job, so they'll continue to do a good job. So, and the last thing I'll point out, as parents, we really want to guide their companionships, guide their friendships, and to guide their words, right? Yesterday, I think Proverbs 12 just strongly pointed out, the importance of our words. And if you study the book of James, that's a good study for just the words that come out of our mouth and be an example of our children to guide them in the words that come out of their mouth. So in verse 20, it says, "Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm." So, who our children spend time with influences their speech, their attitudes, and their choices, especially what they're watching on TV, also influence their words, their choices, and their attitudes. So, we really want to monitor what they're watching, monitor who their friends are and their conversation, and we really want to encourage and guide them. It's a positive talk and guide them with like putting them in the present of positive role models, and teach them the importance of speaking life-giving words. So, at the beginning of the week, I strongly encourage you all to compliment your children and make sure that they're complimenting you as well. So, um, that's it. That's all. That's all I have to say for today. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to put it in the comments section. Also, I would like to know what verse you really, really enjoyed, what kind of hit you. Um, and with that, I'll end this broadcast and I'll leave you in peace as I came to you in peace with the ancient Hebrew word for peace. Shalom, shalom. Bless y'all and enjoy this day.